car in the booth. We did a little bit of masking in a few areas, just that we don't want to, if we get some overspray down in there and in the trunk, it doesn't really matter at this point. We're going to sand it all again anyway. I just don't want any direct overspray where we're blasting it on and actually adding mill thickness, where like that 2050 overspray that's on that black will be fine. In the trunk, same thing. If we get some overspray in here, light overspray, we're going to sand all this, paint it anyway. So not worried about that. But we got the car in here. We got it wiped down with acetone. We used the Smart Blue wipes, lint-free, as they say, but they're not lint-free. So that's why before I put epoxy down, I always like to tack this metal, because as we wipe it with rags, when we're wiping with acetone, that bare metal is very coarse and it's just ripping the rag. And you can't see it until you put black epoxy on it, and you'll see all the dirt that's in there. So I always like to just take a tack cloth after I wipe down, tack the car before we go to epoxy. So we're going to put 4921 on this, just like we did the rest of the car. Going to do 4921, and then we're going to put 2050 on top of that. So here we go. There we go. Now we got 4921 down. One coat is an epoxy sealer over bare metal. We're gonna let this flash for a few hours, come in, give it a light scuff, and then go on to spraying 2050 on top of this. We've got the 4921 down, that flashed a few hours, got 2050 on top of that. I unmasked everything just so that that wet primer edge, 2050 is very thick, so that wet primer edge along where we mask the jams, we want that to just kind of lay down as much as possible so we don't have quite an edge there. Then Monday, this is Friday, so this will dry over the weekend, and then Monday we'll come in and get this off the rotisserie, get it back on its wheels, get the doors, fenders, hood, all that back on it, and start blocking on this thing next week. So here we go. We got the car together today. We bolted all the panels back on, got our gaps set back where we like them. And tomorrow we're gonna come in and start filler work, which will be another episode on this car. We're gonna skim this entire car, front to back. It's gonna be really straight. We're gonna block the entire car, skim coat the entire car.